Official attendance figures expected for Super Bowl 55 at Raymond James Stadium have been released. 25,000 fans will gather to see Tom Brady's Buccaneers battle it out with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. There'll also be 30,000 cutouts. In the meantime, Chiefs receiver Demarcus Robinson and center Daniel Kilgore landed on the reserve COVID list Tuesday after their barber tested positive. Neither player tested positive, so both could still play Sunday. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports that the Falcons aren't expected to trade quarterback Matt Ryan this offseason. Atlanta has not had any trade conversations about Ryan or their star wideout Julio Jones. In other news, the Dolphins named Eric Studsville and George Godsey co-offensive coordinators, while the Saints hired former Seahawks D coordinator Chris Richard as their new DB's coach. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store this week at your local Staples?
Big deals on paper that are kind of a big deal.
That's because Staples has just reduced their everyday prices on True Red paper.
And so right now, a ream of Staples True Red copy paper is only $3.99 every single day.
Just $3.99 for a ream of True Red copy paper makes every day a great day to save at Staples.
Shop in-store or pick up curbside and save big with everyday low prices on paper at Staples.
Limit 3. Curbside available at most stores.
Hindsight is 2020. 2020 was a brutal year with a lot we couldn't control. Economy, unemployment. What can we control? Our job, our career. Don't look back with 2020 hindsight next year and see yourself in that 2020 job. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
No train derailments this morning?
No, but there's a train derailment story in the news this morning.
Okay.
If you hadn't heard.
Yeah. We'll kind of update.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, there's pictures on our Facebook page.
You can count all 31 cars.
Yeah. You count them, okay? You be the count from Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars more. Yeah, we could do that.
We can do that.
Okay. Coming up, we do have a visit with the mayor of Brawley. And, well, as you pointed out, a number of other things that we will touch on.
We promise.
Yeah, and we also have a memorable moment from NFL playoff history. That's coming up as well.
Make it memorable.
Yes. And let's see, what else do we have? We'll go in-depth with the weather and... well, a few other things.
It's going to be a little windy. I'll give you a hint there. It kind of reminds you of Washington, D.C., so.
Oh, yes. All the hot air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we are going to be going to the Westwood One Radio Network, and, they're the ones that are going to be bringing us the Super Bowl on Sunday right here on AM 1230.
You think?
Westwood One presents memorable moments in NFL postseason history. Sponsored by Merrill Edge Self-Directed.
The New England Patriots entered Super Bowl 42 with a chance to become the first team to ever finish a season 19-0. But their quest for perfection fell short as New York Giants quarterback Eli Manning orchestrated a game-winning touchdown drive that featured a play for the ages.
And he takes it, facing pressure. He's in trouble. He's spun around. He's able to get away. Looks to throw. He does downfield, and elitely catch is made down at the 25. And David Tyree comes up with the ball. What a play by Eli Manning.
And by David Tyree, who miraculously pinned the ball against his helmet for the 33-yard catch. 4 plays later, Manning found Plexico Burress for the game-winning score, and the Giants pulled off one of the greatest upsets in sports history. I'm Scott Graham, Westwood One Sports.
Cheers.
When you call a technologies advisor, you are talking to somebody who is not waiting for their turn to speak. No, they actually want to hear what you have to say. They're focused on you, ready to give advice on everything from laptops to the cloud, and offer tailored solutions powered by Intel vPro platform to keep your small business ready for what's next. Our advisors listen, so you know your small business needs have been heard. Call a Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
My stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol chews.
Pepto-Bismol's in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Ooh, let me try it.
Try Pepto-Bismol chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Well, Gene, how about some birthdays? Are you ready?
How about some birthdays?
Okay. Comedian Shelley Berman. He of the deadpan delivery, right?
Yeah.
He's 91.
Ooh, didn't know that.
Okay, actress Blythe Danner, 73. Singer Dennis Edwards of The Temptations, 73. Guitarist Dave Davies of The Kinks, 69. Melanie Candle in the Rain is 69. Actress Morgan Fairchild is 66. I think she's older than that. Actor Nathan Lane, he's got a rubber face. He is 60. Actor Thomas Calabro is 57. Actress Mara Tierney is 51. Actor Matthew Moy is 32. Actress Rebel is 30. Only one name. Okay. Local birthdays. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We are celebrating our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Allison Alvarez, Andres Palacios, Joseph Diaz, Janine Cannon, Jeff Plord, Jonathan Abadi, Victoria Alvarez, Richard Alvarado, Tony Montoya, Amanda Benavides, Charlene Mariner, Andrew Barbosa, Dylan Day, Martina Cruz, Terry Mitchell, Cherry McDonald, Doris Ho, Lupe Soto, Maria Gomez, Serene Taylor, Margie Beltran, Clara Luz Valdez. Happy birthday. Oh, and happy anniversary, Maribel and Raul de la Torre. Okay. Gene, you've got a little smidge of cake on your cheek there.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I save it there, so if I get hungry, it's a backup plan.
You know, a real advantage of a mustache is you can store, things in there for later.
Nourishment.
Yes. Oh, well, are you ready for news?
I'm ready. We've got some.
Okay, we might as well get started then. It's a look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News special report. A ceremony is getting underway right now for a Capitol police officer who died from injuries he received during the riot at the Capitol. Correspondent Steve Dorsey is in Washington.
Members of both the House and Senate are paying tribute to Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick as he lies in honor in the rotunda. He's just the fifth person to do so, not an elected official, judge, or military leader. Later this morning, Sicknick's remains in an urn will depart the Capitol for a burial at Arlington National Cemetery.
Last night, President Biden and the First Lady paid respects at the Capitol. Vice President Harris and her husband paid their respects this morning, placing hands over hearts, touching Officer Sicknick's urn. Video showed him getting hit in the head with a fire extinguisher when rioters stormed the building 4 weeks ago. There have been no arrests in his death. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Whatever the weather brings this winter, you rely on a York Affinity Premium System to keep your home warm and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bills. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties. Affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501. Schedule a free evaluation of system. York, install confidence. Contractor's license 66216.
California headline news. Some encouraging news regarding numbers. The 2-week test positivity rate in the state down to 7.2%.
You can see that we've had nearly a 40%, 38% to be exact, decrease over the last 2 weeks. Again, positive sign about the trajectory of transmission.
State Health and Human Services Secretary Dr. Gale urging people not to take part in large Super Bowl gatherings. This 6-hour police pursuit in Los Angeles ending early this morning. Driver in custody. It started in South L. Suspects started speeding around through a residential area.
2 felony warrants. He was wanted for burglary and criminal threats, and he also had long criminal history.
LAPD Sergeant Juan Garcia, at one point in the chase, the car was driving on it after severe tire damage, eventually just stopping on the 10 freeway in Ontario after a short standoff. Mid-50s today in Sacramento, upper 50s in San Jose and Bakersfield. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Right now is a great time to get that air conditioner preseason tune-up. Call Lock Air Conditioning today.
Me, but also you. The Carroll fast forwards from okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The name your price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Chrissy is refinancing her home, so she shopped around for the lowest rate and found it at Amerisave.com, setting her up for a lifetime of savings. It's one decision she'll never regret, unlike wearing tap shoes to a surprise party.
Sorry, guys. Just trying to find the perfect hiding place.
Pretty regrettable, Chrissy. Unlike finding that low mortgage rate at Amerisave.com that's got you on your way to a lifetime of savings. Amerisave's rates won't be this low forever, so go to Amerisave.com now. Lower mortgage rates mean higher. Call 866-5146 or visit Amerisave.com/licensing for costs and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all states except New York. NMLS number 1168.
It's page one of the local news. Page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brandel Centro. Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
The Brawley City Council met last night in a regular session. We have a visit with the mayor of Brawley, Luke Hamby.
We were pleased to meet in person in council chambers, as it's been a couple months since we've been able to do that. I called the meeting to order at exactly 6 p.m. The meeting was live streamed on the Facebook page, the Hub at Brawley EOC. Our police chief, Jimmy Duran, honored us with the invocation, and Mayor Pro Tem Sam Couchman led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. There again, it's been 2 months since we've been able to open our meetings, either of those traditions, since we've been holding our meetings. So it was an honor to share that together. During the public comments, I read a proclamation recognizing February 7th to 14th, 2021 as National Marriage Week in the city of Brawley, an annual mayoral tradition leading up to Valentine's Day. Then 2 of the library board trustees presented retired library director Marjo Mello with a plaque and other tokens in recognition of over 3. Each council member offered words of gratitude and specific memories of Ms. Mello's accomplishments and service to the library. In turn, related her appreciation to each council member. We then voted to approve the consent agenda, which consisted of accounts payable records and minutes from the January 19th council meeting. For regular business, we received an update on COVID-19 statistics from Fire Chief Mike York, followed by creation of an emergency declaration for a wastewater treatment plant repair project that had been approved by the city manager as it became necessary between meetings. Then we further discussed an ordinance adopting rules and regulations for sidewalk vendors that choose to do business in Brawley's City Park. Council members suggested additional or clarifying language and directed the city attorney, Bill Smurden, to bring back the ordinance at a future council meeting. We received attendance summaries and meeting minutes from various commissions to which council members are liaisons, including the Brawley Airport Advisory Commission, Parks and Recreation Commission, Planning Commission, and Library Board as an informational item. Then we heard departmental reports, including an update on an ongoing emergency repair project at the water treatment plant that's nearly complete, from Public Works Director Guillermo Cias, followed by a report from Police Chief Jimmy Duran on current and planned police department activities. Chief Duran introduced the council to software, hardware, and other tech solutions that he hopes to implement in order to improve efficiency and safety within the department. He also discussed his early efforts to begin to mitigate the homeless issue within our city. After that, each council member gave a report on activities within the community and respective responsibilities each of us is involved in, including updates from involvement in Imperial County Transportation Commission, Imperial County Public Health Department's COVID-19 informational meetings, Brawley Chamber of Commerce, and others. The city manager, Tyler Salcido, gave a report of recent activity in collaboration between the city and the school districts to begin using the Lion Pool again for youth sports. Among other details, he gave an optimistic outlook for open positions that are being filled within various departments. The city attorney gave an update on ongoing efforts to solidify ordinances for sidewalk vendors and for illegal fireworks usage. The city clerk, Alma Benavides, updated the council on anticipated repaving of the final section of Legion Road. With that, I wrapped up the meeting and adjourned at 7 p.m.
KXO News 744.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers ready to take care of your automotive service needs. Tires, brakes, batteries, AC service, alignments, lube oil and filter change, and more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
In other local news, COVID-19 numbers were available. George Gale filed the story.
The numbers were released by the County Public Health Department. According to the latest update, deaths attributed to COVID-19 are now at 551, 2 more than the previous report. Active cases of the virus are at 840, 39 less than reported Monday. There are currently 72 COVID-19 patients hospitalized in the county, down 6 from Monday's count. There are 3 ICU beds available in the county. The new cases per day per 1,000 population has increased to 31.23, up from 29.29 reported on Monday. Positivity rate has also increased slightly to 24.51% as compared to 24.08% reported on Monday. For KXL Local News, I'm George Gale.
Union Pacific investigating train derailment. Here's more on that story.
It happened overnight on Monday. Several train cars derailed at the 6th Street crossing. In fact, it went from 6th Street crossing all the way to Imperial Avenue. A few of the cars were tanker cars, several as a matter of fact, causing El Centro Fire to initiate an evacuation of 50 residents in the area. American Red Cross assisted in setting up an emergency shelter at the MLK Pavilion. The evacuation was lifted at just before 3 a.m. after fire crews determined the tanker cars were empty and there were no leaks. It was reported at just before 11 p.m. Monday. El Centro Fire was on scene within minutes. They had 3 engines, 1 quick response vehicle, and 3 chief officers with 14 firefighters on scene. Mutual Aid Resources brought in 12 additional firefighters. They were assisted by the Red Cross, AMR Ambulance, the Imperial District, El Centro Public Works, Parks and Recreation, El Centro Police, and Union Pacific Railroad. El Centro Fire cleared the incident at just before 6 Tuesday morning. No injuries were reported. Union Pacific is continuing to investigate to try and determine the cause of the derailment. They were also working to clear out the derailed railroad cars. That cleanup work is continuing. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News is a service of Quick Lane Tire Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, all makes and all models or need an appointment. The Imperial Valley Food Bank needs your help. Food insecurity is on the rise, especially in the Imperial Valley. The need for the Imperial Valley Food Bank's backpack program has more than doubled during the pandemic. Through this program, schools distribute backpacks with needed items to make sure no kid or family goes hungry during the weekend when no school food service is available. It's tough enough to be a kid. They don't need to have hunger be an issue. Become a hunger warrior. Donate to the Imperial Valley Food Bank and the Backpack Program. Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
A readiness conference for Annette Butner, who was in court on Monday. George Gale has more.
She was in court virtually. A readiness conference was held Monday. Butner is a Imperial County Board of Education trustee and was recently elected to the Imperial Valley Board. She's being charged with 2 counts of perjury, 1 count of false declaration of candidacy, and 1 count of grand theft. Another readiness conference will be held March 29th. Her trial date has been set for March 30th. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Early this morning, just before 1:30 a.m., an earthquake struck. 3.8 was the measurement on the Richter scale. It was centered 8.2 miles west-southwest of Sealy. Well, the Quahia Ranger Station has a replacement. Here's more on that story.
It is being planned. The Bureau of Land Management El Centro Field Office is seeking comments from the public. They want public input on a draft environmental assessment analyzing the impacts of a proposed replacement of the Quahia Ranger Station located in Imperial County. New facility would better serve the needs of the public as well as the BLM medical staff, law enforcement, and park rangers. Proposed project would completely replace the existing ranger station located at 4500 Gecko Road. For more information, contact Alexia Williams at the El Centro Field Office. Public comment period ends February 19th. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David or Jose a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the ABCs of Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-3411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurance.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, temperatures today will again be quite warm, with the Imperial Valley topping out around 80 degrees. A weak weather disturbance approaching from the northwest will also bring breezy conditions by this afternoon before bringing a dry, cold front through the region early on Thursday. Despite the cooler conditions Thursday and Friday, near normal temperatures are expected both days. The dry conditions are likely to persist through the weekend into early next week as weak high pressure dominates the region, while allowing for temperatures to warm to slightly above normal through early next week. 78 our high yesterday, 55 the low. Sunny today with a high near 82. Light west-northwest wind, then picking up out of the west 10 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 50. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 73. North wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 60 degrees downtown, 63% relative humidity. The wind is calm. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services. It's sports time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action. The Raptors ripped the Magic 123-108. It was the Nets topping the Clippers 124-120. Pacers pounded the Grizzlies 134-116. It was the Trailblazers. They ran past the Wizards 132-121. Jazz jumped on the Pistons 117-105. And the Celtics topped the Warriors 111-107.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District is open and ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Kxo, Brawley, and of course our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all the Pioneer services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, baseball, pitchers and catchers should be reporting in another week to 10 days. Yeah, designated hitter Nelson Cruz. Come on, a DH is not a baseball player, okay? A baseball player can throw, can field. Yeah, anyway, Cruz and the Minnesota Twins are in agreement on a one-year, $13 million contract. Cruz, 40 years old, has been a linchpin of the Bomba Squad Twins lineup. Yeah, and he'll be back for 2021. Grant Jackson, the winning pitcher in Game 7 of the 1979 World Series for the We Are the Family Willie Stargell Pittsburgh Pirates, and the reliable left-hander for 18 seasons in the major leagues, passed away yesterday from complications of COVID-19. Jackson was 78 years old. Oh, there's a football game Sunday. Yes, Super Bowl 55. Well, LV, Roman number speaking. Yeah, it's the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. We've got game on AM 1230. Our coverage starts at 11 o'clock Sunday morning. Meanwhile, quarterback Jared Goff says he's ready to move on in the aftermath of a blockbuster trade that sent him from the Los Angeles Rams to the Detroit Lions. Yeah, well, the Rams traded Goff along with 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick to the Lions in exchange for quarterback Matthew Stafford. Stafford will win in L.A. Goff, I'm sorry, nobody can win in Detroit. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned security service protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has called for a meeting of the nation's top federal regulators in response to the Reddit-driven turbulence on Wall Street. The summit, expected to include regulators at the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Federal Reserve, the New York Fed, and the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission. The meeting comes as lawmakers demand investigations into the market turmoil and controversial trading restrictions implemented by free trading app Robinhood. Meanwhile, U.S. stocks started the day mixed. Investors have moved on from GameStop mania to focus on tech earnings. And the big news? Well, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos is stepping down. Amazon stock opened 1.4% higher. GameStop, that rose 22%. Meanwhile, the ADP employment report showed much better than expected job gains for January, which could bode well for Friday's government jobs report. even though the two are not correlated.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 82. Light west-northwest wind becoming west 10 to 50 miles an hour. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 50. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow is sunny with a high near 73. North wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 61 degrees downtown, 62% relative humidity. The wind calm. Air quality in the valley is good, except moderate in Calexico. Unhealthy for sensitive groups at the border. Unhealthy at Uabese. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, now offering 24-hour-a-day post boxes. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
Cocopah Casino is open for business 24 hours a day and committed to your safety. Play in comfort and cleanliness on the Cocopah Casino floor, featuring all your favorite games. Properly spaced and meeting social distancing guidelines. Relax and making sure you're comfortable with constant disinfection, safety precautions, and welcoming smiles for your visit. Winning is just around the corner at Cocopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News next, brought to you by Julie Oliver with Dickey Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. Solemn day at the U.S. Capitol. Oh, beautiful. 4 weeks after the attack, the police officer who was killed, Brian Sicknick, lies in honor in the rotunda.
It is my official and sad honor to welcome Officer Sicknick to United States Capitol Rotunda for a recognition of his life.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senate Democratic Leader Chuck Schumer.
Talk to his colleagues, and they will tell you that Brian was a kind and humble man with profound inner strength, the quiet rock of his unit.
The Supreme Court today canceled upcoming arguments on the Trump defense of his border wall and remain in Mexico asylum policy. The Biden administration course on both. A crawling indicates the department is dropping a suit accusing Yale University of bias against Asian and white applicants. An AstraZeneca COVID vaccine trial indicates one dose offers protection and the shot also lowers transmission of virus. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
The role of a vaccine is twofold. Protect the individuals so they won't get severely ill. Second is to stop spread of the virus and the pandemic. The first data from Oxford University AstraZeneca showed a significant reduction in transmission of the virus with their vaccine. A 67% reduction in positive swabs.
Last year, $572 million in business was done in Miami for the Super Bowl. This year in Tampa, with a pandemic, experts say it'll be less than half that. UCAS says many struggling businesses will take what they can get.
Troy Manthe has been doing business here on Tampa's waterfront for 2 decades and says he is drawing visitors looking to take in the sights from the bay.
It's going to be the shot in the arm all of us need here in Tampa. It's definitely vital from a cash flow standpoint, bringing in revenue at an absolute critical time.
Golden Globe nominations out today as we hear CBS's Steve Futterman.
This is the film that could be this year's her favorite.
You may never work in this town again, Mank.
Mank, the story of Hollywood screenwriter Herman Mankiewicz, has the most Golden Globe nominations, 6. The Globes, of course, are often a barometer of which films will do well at the Oscars. Other notable nominees, the film version of Hamilton. In the acting categories, the late Chadwick Boseman is along with Sacha Baron, and the power of Netflix is more evident than ever. It dominates all studios with 42 nominations. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The Dow is down 45. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
What can help you take advantage of today's low mortgage rates and save money? Rocket can. You could save hundreds of dollars every month by refinancing with Rocket Mortgage at today's historic low rate. If your current rate is over 4%, with today's low rates, lower your payment by over $150 a month, saving thousands in interest every year. With a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage, you could consolidate and pay off high-interest debt, tackle home improvements that could add value to your home, or even side cash for your child's future education. We've already helped over 1 million clients reach their home financing goals this year alone. So remember this. What can give you the technology to refinance easily and save money? Rocket can. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Savings are based on quick loans, internal data. Ways and fees may apply. Call for cost information and conditions. Closing letter. This is in all 50 states. Loans consumer access federal number 330.
We're one of the two new men on former President Trump's team who will play a key role in next week's impeachment trial.
Bruce Castor was a late add to Trump's defense after the previous team quit over the weekend.
There are plenty of questions about how the election was conducted throughout the country, but that's for a different forum, and I don't believe that that's important to litigate in the Senate trial, because you don't need it.
Castor says key to Trump's defense, the Senate lacks jurisdiction to try a president after he leaves office. As for the incitement charge,
it's not even close that the president engaged in what would be considered criminal conduct.
Jim Melwart for CBS News, Philadelphia.
A coalition of 180 rights groups is calling for a boycott of next year's Beijing Winter Olympics. There's an open letter out saying the event shouldn't be used to embolden what it calls the Chinese government's appalling rights abuses and crackdowns on dissent. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie all day at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
And CBS News brought to you by Julie Oliver with Tiki Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent. For home, life, or auto insurance, call Julie today.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230